Casey's Audio Vault.
Kevin McDonald from Kids in the Hall.
November 13th, 2009. I just let the mic roll when he first walked in the studio, so it starts out quietly, but then he gets up to the mic.
I'm sorry if I'm not funny or anything. I've done 22 interviews and I've done all my shtick. I have nothing left, but I'll be good. I'll be nice and I'll answer your questions straight. I swear to God.
Okay, so you're a little tired?
I guess a little exhausted. I guess. There's no reason. I've been sleeping. The things are good. I haven't done anything crazy. I don't. Yeah.
Have you had the whole week here in Winnipeg?
Is this the interview?
We're starting. We're just rolling right into it.
Yes, I've been here the whole week. I'm Kevin McDonald. I've been here the whole week. Yes, I've been here a week. What's today? Friday? I was here a week Friday. So the Friday to Friday, that would be a week.
What have you seen of the city?
Well, I've seen the Underground.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called? I call it the Underground.
We call it the Underground. There's Winnipeg Square, which is the little mall part, and then all the other walkways down there.
Yes, I've been doing that. That's good. And it always reminds me, this is boring, here I go, of the Jam song, Going Underground.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so there, that's my story about that. So I've been singing Jam songs, and do they play the Jam on the Power?
Oh, no, here at Power 97, we don't go quite that far. Well, we do. We play the Clash is probably the closest thing to the Jam.
Right. And when I was a teenager, it was the most exciting time for music. Can I go on? Because I'm tired and I'm rambling. Yeah, the Jam and the Clash and even like XTC and Elvis Costello and the Ramones and that other group I always forget the name of. They were great.
So you were much of a ladies' man back then, I'm guessing.
No, not at all. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yes, I see your point. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it was me and my thin mustache and my and my record collection. The Buzzcocks.
Yes.
The Buzzcocks. Yes.
You still pull out those records from time to time?
Well, they're actually in my sister's basement in Mississauga, Ontario, and I think she's hinting to me that there was a flood and they've been ruined, but so I don't want to ask.
I think she's probably lying. She just tossed them out.
She just probably tossed them out. She kept saying, "Oh, I still have your boxes," out of the blue whenever I call her. So,
just to remind you.
Just right, I still have your boxes. They're still good. Oh, and I feel like listening to the Buzzcocks.
Well, the show is tonight. You've had a full week to get used to the people in Winnipeg.
Yes.
And so Gas Station
I love
Theater.
the people in Winnipeg. The people in Winnipeg seem to be very, very happy that I'm here. So thank you very much, people in Winnipeg.
Well, I'm glad that we got a phone call that you were offering to come on the show today.
Yes. I offer a lot of things.
And show starts at 7:30. It's Hammy and the Kids. What, in a nutshell, can you do a nutshell of what the show is about?
Yes, in a nutshell, I could do the nutshell. Hammy is my father. Hammy is short for Hamilton. That was his name, which why I cheered for the Tiger Cats as a kid. And the kids of the title Hammy and the Kids are the kids in the hall. So basically the show is about, I'm doing good mannerisms that nobody can see in the radio, but you're enjoying it.
Yes, it was a good head tilt.
I'm doing good head tilts, yeah. Basically the show is about me in my 20s struggling with the kids in the hall to make it while dealing with my drunk dad, Hammy. But just because I say the word drunk dad, it doesn't mean that it isn't a comedy. Drunk dads are hilarious.
One of the more memorable, I don't know why it was for me, was Daddy Drank was the Kids in the Hall sketch.
Yes.
Where Dave Foley was waking you up every few minutes.
Yes. That is basically the nucleus of the one-man show. There's a bit of that in there. I do a bit of it. I was going to do it now, but I don't think I should say it on the radio, so I won't. But you know the scene. That is part of the one-man show. I do that. And I build a one-man show
How many
around
girls phoned you yesterday?
Exactly.
Son, how many girls called you today? 0? No, how many girls called you yesterday? Let me guess. 0? Well, you know what they say, son. 0 plus 0 equals fag! 0 times any other number always equals fag! Think about it, you little mathematician.
Was that one of the first times that you put that kind of early, maybe unpleasant memory into the comedy?
Good question. I can tell you the story if I'm brief and not too boring. It was a writing day, and I went to the office, and Dave Foley and Norm Hiscock, who wrote with Dave Foley and I, brilliant writer. He now works for Parks and Recreation on NBC, so that's good. Mm-hmm. We came and we were writing. We were trying to write, but we couldn't come up with any ideas. So I'm boring. So I started, as you know, I'm boring. So I started telling stories from my life, and I started saying the 0 times 0 story, and they were laughing. Those guys were laughing. I couldn't believe it. And then Dave Foley says the magic words in a sketch comedy show. You know, Kevin, that could be a sketch. And I never thought, how could that be a sketch? It made me sad. And then we wrote up, and then we decided that Dave should play the dad because it was too weird for me to do it. And Dave thought it was better that I play myself. And because at first we were just going to do the dad. Well, why don't you play yourself? Never. But right before I went on, because we filmed the sketches in front of a live audience, right before we went on, I started shaking, going, "There's no way anyone's going to laugh at this. This is so sad. I can't believe I let those guys anything to do." And then I went on, and the audience laughed their heads off. And it was like a giant hit. And so I guess I sort of got, you hear this your whole life. Robin Williams says it a lot. He had a bad childhood. But pain is the funniest laugh. The biggest laugh is from pain.
What did your father at that time think of that sketch? Were you talking to him? Was there...
Well, I talked to him because I was nervous. So the next day, I know that he watched the show, even though he didn't really like it. He didn't like that I played women. And so well, I guess. And I called him and his wife at the time, Susan, and I said, "Did you see the show?" And Susan said yes, and he had for sure, but he said, "Nope, never saw it." And Susan would say on the line, "Yes, you did. We were in front of the TV watching it. You saw it?" "Nope, I didn't see it." "You didn't see the sketch where Dave played you?" "Nope, didn't see the sketch. Wish I did. Didn't see it." So he just built up his wall of denial and refused to
blocked it right out.
Blocked it right out.
Now that he has passed away, is this
He has passed away.
Would you have done this show 5 years ago?
Your questions are very good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, he actually died 5 years ago. So 5 years and 7 months ago, I wouldn't have.
Right.
And I never thought, I can hardly wait till he dies so I can do a one-man show about him. I didn't even think about a one-man show. But then 2 years after he died, I did an interview, an excellent one like this, where I was telling stories about my dad in the kitchen hall, and it was in front of a live audience. It was getting big laughs. And so the next day I woke up and said, I don't want to tell these stories anymore. Why don't I do a one-man show, like do a tour, and then I never have to do them anymore, and then I get to perform all the time. Because waiting around to do auditions and stuff, you never know when you're going to perform. So, and then I thought, I wouldn't. The only reason that entered my mind at all was that my dad wasn't around anymore, and not that I'm advocating deaths of dads. That's I'm not advocating that at all.
Do you like having the live audience just to get that immediate feedback? Is this Winnipeg show kind of launching pad to go?
Oh my God, you're like a genius! Yes, it's I call it the acid test.
Okay,
it's Winnipeg. You're an acid test. And if if you come to see the show, and if you like the show, and in a way through your laughter or not laughter, tell me what you think of the show. I may do a mini tour after this. So Winnipeg, I'm calling you Acid Test, Manitoba. Acid Test, Manitoba.
Well, you've played it at.
I have played it at other festivals and stuff.
Right.
But this is like a real audience with real people. I played in New York at the Sketch Fest, Montreal just for laughs. I played Calgary, the One Yellow Rabbit Rodeo Festival. And it was kind of fun. I did the Bare Naked Ladies Cruise last January.
Really?
Yes. And I can honestly say that went over. It actually went over well. But the audiences were half full because everybody was drinking all the day. They didn't want to see a thing about a drunk dad. They were with the funny blue glasses and blue drinks, and the umbrellas.
They'd feel guilty. They'd put the drink down.
Yes. In fact, I did the show with a drink.
Well, the Kids in the Hall, I guess you guys came together recently. I didn't even really realize what is Death Comes to Town. This is a new miniseries?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Death Comes to Town is a new miniseries. It's 8 parts. It starts in January 5th, I believe. And because we just had a new tour in 2008, and it was all new material, and we were so excited that we wrote new material and that it worked. We wanted to keep writing, and then we always wanted to do another movie. So we thought the idea started off as a movie, but it just grew and grew on the tour bus. After the show, we would just get together the tour bus with Bruce championing it. Bruce was always the guy that he came up with the idea first, and he was the leader in that. And we came up with so many ideas. Bruce said one day, you know what? Why don't we go back to TV and make it a miniseries? Which I really love because no one does miniseries anymore. And so it's following the Kids in the Hall tradition of doing something that nobody wants.
You haven't been kicked out of the Kids in the Hall yet?
No, I'm trying. I keep starting petitions, and I always get 2 or 3 signatures, but everyone will sign. It's just we live in different cities, and it's just hard organizing it.
We're kind of indifferent. You can stay.
Yeah, yes. I keep trying. I swear. I will keep that up. It's been 20 years now. I'm going to keep trying that. I promise.
Do most of the guys have kids of their own?
3 of us have kids. 3 kids have kids. The only ones who don't have kids are me and the gay one.
Okay. And are they old enough to watch and appreciate?
Dave's kids are like teenagers now, and they do watch and I think they appreciate. Mark's kids are one kid is about to be a teenager. Bruce's kids are tinier, but Dave's teenage kids are also are definitely old enough and appreciating.
I was cleaning up my office the other day, and I used to always tape Kids in the Hall, and I just threw it in last night because it's been a few years since I watched.
Same with me.
And every sketch, characters had different pairs of glasses, wonderful pairs of glasses. And as a man who wears glasses, and you wear glasses, I was appreciating it. Did you ever
Oh my God, you're tapping into something. So we had jars and jars of glasses. Also, not jars, drawers and drawers of glasses, and drawers of mustaches. And we'd always, you are also mustached.
Yes.
Which glasses are these glasses? I've worn these glasses already. What about these kind of glasses? And the mustache, and then do glasses and mustaches. We were like 8-year-old girls dressing up in their mom's dress, which is what we did.
Well, usually I wear contact lenses, and right now for November, all the guys at the station are growing mustaches for awareness for prostate cancer. It's like a ribbon on my face.
Right. Yes.
So I feel like I'm in a disguise right now.
Right. So I think you're a mustache guy. I'll be disappointed when I see you without a mustache. You look very nice with that mustache.
Well, thank you. Because whenever I meet new people, I like to preface it with "Excuse the mustache,"
right.
And then maybe I get more of a gauge on whether it actually fits my face or not.
No, I think it does fit. I see you as a mustache guy.
Okay, well, I'll take that. Only a few more weeks. I helped my mom rake some leaves, and she just looked at me. When are you losing the mustache?
Would you consider keeping it?
I might. I usually grow a beard for the winter.
Like a bear.
Like a bear.
Like a bear. You sleep with your beard.
And then I remember, of course, the beard sketch where your beard drives you insane.
Yes. That sketch has a mildly interesting story. If you're boring, which I am. Norm Hiscock wrote The Beard, and he wrote Love and Sausages, the sausage scene with Bruce. And originally, I was supposed to be the sausage guy, and Bruce was supposed to be the beard, and we traded sketches. That's my boring story. And Bruce rewrote the beard to make it more dark and less jokey, and I rewrote the beard with Norm to make it more, I guess, silly.
Did you ever think of getting laser eye surgery?
No, never. I'm a sissy.
No, that's because I'm scared of it, so I don't think I'd ever do it.
I'm a sissy. There's a story I tell in the one-man show. I can't tell the whole story now, and it's got no ending. It's actually one of the less funny parts of the show. There's only 19 less funny parts of the show, where Dave wanted to get laser eye surgery done during our tour in 2000. He wanted to get it done on the afternoon of our big Los Angeles show. And because he said, oh, no, everyone told him, no, you can get it in and work that night. And we talked him out of it.
Probably a good plan.
Yes.
I think most people have a couple days where the vision gets fully back.
That's what I hear. At least a day where it's like a little blurry.
Well, if you think about it, they slice your eyeball open.
I can't even do contact lenses. I had a girlfriend a long time ago in the 1940s when I was in my 20s, and she had contact lenses, and it was a cold winter in Toronto. And I remember she went outside in the winter, and they suction cupped to her eyes, and I had to take her to emergency. And I said to myself, I will never get contact lenses. And they wanted me to wear contact lenses for I Play an Old Lady in Death Comes to Town, our new series starting January 5th. I said no, I was just a suck. But Mark is deaf. He has these really amazing contact lenses to make his eyes black and cross-eyed, and they really hurt. And he did it. I'm a suck. Mark's a hero, and so the death looks amazing because Mark's a hero.
Well, you must have had some roles where you couldn't wear your glasses. You've ever put contacts in your eyes, or is just
never ever? I just go blur. I like it's astigmatism. It's not that bad. It's supposed to be. I wear glasses for watching movies and reading. You've got me so relaxed that I don't care about being funny anymore. I'm just a natural conversation.
I'm just a blur against the wall.
You're just a blur against the wall. Reading books, driving, watching movies. That's basically.
With Hemi and the kids tonight at Gas Station Theatre, you're bringing Craig Northey along from the Odds?
Craig Northey is busy actually because he is the guy that usually does it for me. But he's busy doing the soundtrack for Death Comes to Town. It's all a circle. The whole conversation is a circle. So I have my friend Alan Piggins from the Morganfields of the 90s in Toronto. He's worked with the kids in the hall as well. One of my best friends, brilliant singer-songwriter. He will be working with me tonight.
Very nice.
Alan Piggins, Piggins.
Are you superstitious at all? Were you worried when you booked this Winnipeg show that it's actually Friday the 13th?
You know, I just realized that 2 days ago. And I heard that Friday the 13th is actually a lucky day, and 666 is actually a lucky number, and some group, what's the name of the group? The Samsonites. No, that's a furniture. They wanted to trick people so they could keep the good luck, and this is like thousands of years ago. They taught the world that it was bad. And not that Friday. They played on names of weeks 1,000 years ago, so I'm probably exaggerating. Whenever there was names of weeks, they swear Friday the 13th and 666 are actually good luck.
So do you consider today good luck in Winnipeg?
Yes, I do. Or as I call Winnipeg, acid test.
Well, thank you so much for coming and talking to us this
Thank you. You were great. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. And I'm a huge fan of Kids in the Hall, and I wanted to jump at the chance to meet you.
Thank you. And you jumped. And thank you very much. Thank you for jumping. Bye!
All the interviews you want on iTunes and at Power97.com. Casey's Audio Vault.
Casey Norman is Power 97's music director and can be heard every weekday from 2 till 6 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Power 97 is Winnipeg's best rock.